What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I'm going to give you a quick summary of what the data is truly saying with Lucid and where it might be going from here. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So looking at this intraday chart, had a nice spike first thing in the morning and then unfortunately just got tapered down with the broader market. This in fact was shorts doubling down. I'll give you a quick update on that in a second, but $10 is basically a very strong pivot point that you want to watch for, and currently it is below that. Based on the technicals, it is that central Bollinger Band, and as you can see, like I mentioned, it technically is just right below that right now. So if it does close below roughly around $10.10, most likely it will be wedged between these 2 points, so that 50-day moving average and also that central Bollinger Band. So of course a lot of people don't want to hear that it might be potentially touching $8.64, but of course I think this is just based on the technicals. And when it comes down to Lucid, it was very much overbought, and now technically it kind of went inverse, so it is a little bit more oversold. So potentially if there is a good piece of news, it could correct itself very fast, but there's a lot of fear in the market right now, especially with CPI right around the corner. Definitely I think people are very much on edge because of that, and also in Lucid's case because of this whole tweet about Lucid announcing a 7500 EV credit, and this is only for the Air Grand Touring as well, which of course kind of validated the whole demand issue with its vehicles. And I think this has been the writing on the wall for quite some time, as I did in my video yesterday. But again, just moving on from that, I'll give you a quick update on shorts. So right now the short score is currently 84, utilization is 100%, shares on loan is 200 million, has in fact gone down though, so I don't know really how to interpret that. Clearly there is some hesitation on the shorts front at least, but when it comes down to what they're doing today, they're increasing 852,000 shares, which of course is bringing the grand total to 131.69 million shares being shorted. Surprisingly though, Lucid's shorts have closed out a lot of positions over the last several days, because it was roughly around 25-26%. As of today, it is 20.36%, so it's gone down quite a lot. Cost to borrow is dropping a little bit, so yesterday it was at 19%, today it's at 16.91. So in general though, there still could be a very good squeeze. It just needs that catalyst. As I've already said in the past, you need the 4 attributes for a squeeze. So you need a fairly high cost to borrow, which Lucid doesn't necessarily have. You need a lot of shares being shorted, a high utilization, which of course Lucid has both of those points, but you need a strong catalyst, and that is one thing that Lucid's really been lacking as of late. And this is all the transactions today so far within the first roughly about 2 hours of the trading day for the dark pool. And of course dark pool is very much linked to shorting, so just let you know about that. And as you can see right here, it's basically this, so kind of in the norm a little bit if you want to consider it that way. And as far as this is all the secondary market transactions, so typical what retail investors trade on. There's only one transaction so far that stands out, so 1.53 million, but generally speaking it does look like a lot of selling, and you can already tell based on the bid and the ask and basically what price actually went for. There's a lot of market selling that is just going on, causing it to go down. So clearly a lot of big institutions are very much pulling back from Lucid, whether it be because of broader fears or specific Lucid fears. They're very scared, so they're taking a step back. And based on the options activity so far, a lot more puts have been being purchased for Lucid, of course insinuating that there might be a downside potentially coming. So of course I am not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But like I said, when it comes down to the technicals, things are breaking down a little bit, so do anticipate $8.63. If it does break below that, then once again you just have to look at the previous kind of support ranges for guidance in that regard. So let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments below. I know this isn't technically what some people did want to hear, but on this channel I like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as of right now, things are a little bit getting ugly, potentially once again, especially leading into their upcoming Q4 earnings, which I know I've already mentioned. There is some red flags potentially that's going to be brought, but hopefully there's a lot more good that is going to be said from that, causing it to get out of this rut. So like I said, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Give yourself a shout out in the comments below if you have been taking advantage of these discounted prices. On a side note as well, if you do like my Lucid content, want to support the channel, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.